And of course, we're going to be talking about fashion. DLSmen.com.
That's right. That's happening October 13th and 14th. And, man, I have the man who's spearheading the whole movement here with us. Last time he came here, he talked about his book, Dirty Little Secrets, and he talked about his career and gave us a lot of information on how to navigate through corporate America, how to navigate in our communities, how to navigate as people, how to invest in yourself and achieve things that you probably never figured you can accomplish. That's what I feel like this men's conference is all about, and I want to bring him on the show and say thank you for inviting me to be a part of it. The one and only Louis Carr.
Thank you.
Carr.
Thank you.
Louis Carr is here. Man.
Appreciate this opportunity.
Nah, man.
And thank you for being part of the conference.
I'm going to learn. You know, I'm going to network. I'm going to seek out brotherhood, you know, to connection, to get affirmation, to confirmation. I'm going
and
for all
teach.
those and to teach.
And to teach.
Yeah, I'm gonna offer whatever I have to offer. Alongside my brothers there. Why was it necessary to do this now?
Well, I think we both know how important the right environment is, the right relationships, the right mentorship is. And I decided through my speaking engagements and through my book tour, everybody's looking for an answer to something. And, you know, whether it's small or whether it's large, people have questions. And I've been blessed to know some of the subject matter experts in multiple fields. So whether it's in money or whether it's in business or relationships or fashion, I've been blessed to know some of the top people in those industries. So when you look at, you know, Chris Gardner, a guy that was homeless and now has become to the top of his game. I mean, whether it's money management, whether it's motivational speaking, whatever the case may be. Bob Johnson, who has reinvented himself.
But I want you to, as you say, Chris Gardner, he's the author and film producer, entrepreneur of Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
You got to give some context to, in case the listener doesn't know who Chris is.
Okay.
All right. Bob Johnson.
Very few people have had a movie made about their life. All right.
Yeah. Just in case. Bob Johnson.
Bob Johnson, founder of BET, also founder of RLJ Realty, RLJ Entertainment, former NBA owner. So when you look at how many times he's reinvented himself, we're going to talk about reinvention. How do you do that in your life and why it's necessary?
Wow.
Damon Johns, we all know Damon, FUBU and Shark Tank, going all over the country right now. Giving lessons on how to run a business, how to start a business. So we're excited to have him.
How to Be Broke. That's the book. I actually did the voice the narrative for his audio book.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Damon John. Okay, Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh.
Whoa.
I mean, Dougie Fresh just goes on and on and on. He's like the Energizer Bunny. Never stops.
He never stops, man. I'm looking at all these names. You got Billy Dexter. You got D Nice on there. You got Charlemagne the God on there. You got Pastor Charles Jenkins on there. Jesse Collins, who is the executive producer of the New Edition story, but also the executive producer of most of the flagship shows that BET does, whether it's the Hip Hop Awards.
BET Awards, Hip Hop Awards, Grammys.
Yes. And his story, when I met Jesse, he was a jock, on-air jock at 92.3 The Beat.
See, now you educated me. I didn't know that.
Hey, man, listen, man. These stories run deep. I might give up. I might drop a few stories on that stage for you, Louis. Jesse was, I want to say, an overnight jock on 92.3 The Beat.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, taught himself how to engineer the board, the whole nine. Next time I saw Jesse was at the Grammys, EP in the show.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a good friend as well. Is this just for men of color, or it's for all men?
It's for all men.
Okay.
I mean, because I think, you know, people can learn from all men. So people who are not men of color can learn from these great speakers.
Okay. We see a lot of these type conferences happen with women. We don't see enough with men. And I almost feel like men need more work than women. Right?
Correct.
Is that what motivated it?
Well, I think for me, I've always been a student of life. And I think any person that has had multiple success over long periods of time will confess that they're students. They're always trying to learn something. And what I hope that this conference will get people back into being very studious about their life. Anytime you got a long journey, you've got to learn things along the way.
What are the points you think are key, especially in the African-American community for men, that we need to be talking to our young boys about?
Bigger vision, number one.
Okay.
We've got to have a bigger vision for ourselves, and we've got to create bigger visions for our youth and for our millennials. So we've got to make sure that they understand all the opportunities that exist. So when you look at this list of speakers, we have so many people, D Nice, who basically is a business. People doesn't realize, you know, how he's come and the type of business. I looked at D Nice's sort of schedule online the other night, and I'm like, man, he's in China today, all right?
Okay.
So he's created, you know, this thing from being like a DJ all the way out to it's a real business for him.
D Nice, man. Last time I saw D Nice, he was DJing at the White House.
Absolutely.
Nice place to catch him.
Started off with Boogie Down Productions with
Absolutely.
KRS-One, and Heather B was a part of that crew, that collective back in the day. And when you talk about reinvention, now, you know, he's a critically acclaimed photographer as well, DJ, you know, speaker, all these different things. Louis Carr is here, man. The event is October 13th and 14th, right, in Chicago?
Yes, at the Hyatt Centric.
So anybody can come?
Anybody can come.
Really?
It's exciting, man.
Yeah, man.
It's exciting.
So Chicago. I got a lot of friends in Chicago or the surrounding area. How can they register if they want to come?
DLSmen.com.
DLSmen.com. We're going to come back and take your questions. 888-742-3345. Sway in the morning. Shay 45. There you go.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shay 45.